Good morning, everyone. I'm sure that your day has been as productive and thoughtful and powerful and impactful as mine has. And if it hasn't been those positive feelings yet, I certainly wish for you to have the feelings and make the transition into that mode of day, that frame of mind. As our frame of mind creates everything. Dr. Dispenza, as I've continued reading, shared that mastery is when we're able to hold our desired perception regardless of our external circumstance. So, for example, we could talk about Dr. Frankl and what he went through during his time in Auschwitz and the other concentration camps that he experienced. I recently learned that he was a psychiatrist, so he was a doctor heading into the concentration camps. I need to get that book on my to-go list, to-do list. One of my buddies, Mike Drake, read that book and loved it. That is Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. So he was one of the few survivors of the Nazi regime, spent 3 years in the concentration camp system. And I believe that one of the best examples of maintaining your mind was how he shared that what they were given to eat was a bowl of warm water with a fish head in it, and still being able to see the beauty in that. That is something that for most of us would be almost unimaginable, at least for most of us in America. There are people all over the world who suffer on such high levels. And it's something that Americans or first worlders that we need to learn how to appreciate. I was walking through Woodman's yesterday and a gentleman said, "What a great time to be alive." When we were exchanging words, however, he was saying it in a sarcastic meaning, and I thought, this is a great time to be alive. We're about to experience an economic crash, as we already are, and many people have been affected. And we still have the ability to simply go to a store and pick up groceries. In essentially in an unlimited abundance. Now, the jellies are limited to one, and the peanut butters. Watch out. However, I'm sure you get the point here. We live in one of the wealthiest empires ever built. And the reason I'm going to say one, because I don't know how crazy Egypt was. I know that there was a lot of gold there, though, in terms of what they built with the pyramids and all the beautiful structures. And I don't remember who it was. I believe that it was actually one of my coworkers who is from Kenya and her husband is from Ghana. And they said that back in the day, walking through the land of Ghana, there was literally just gold everywhere. Just on the ground, gold everywhere. So to say that America is one of the wealthiest or the wealthiest of all time, I don't want to be inaccurate. However, we get the point. We definitely have many luxuries here. I will say that this may be the most luxurious place to have ever existed. So let's be appreciative. I know many people too have been poorly affected mentally by the quarantine, and I'm a bit confused as to why we wouldn't be using this time to self-reflect and to self-dive. I've been doing more reading than I have ever done. I'm cruising through books, and I love my morning routine of waking up and giving gratitude and visualizing and writing my goals and reading, working on music, sharing these experiences with you, serving the community. I love this routine. See, this quiet time, as I'm calling it, is an opportunity for us to grow beyond who we were into the person that we want to be. This might never happen again in our lifetime, where literally life is slowed down. We have so much extra time on our calendars. Even if you're considering the work commute or the commute to college classes, even if that commute was only an hour of your day, still got an hour of your day back. It's remarkable what we can get done right now. And for those who have lost their jobs or any other unfortunate situation, I feel for you. And wish you the best as you navigate through the situation. And feel free to reach out in the comments. Maybe we'll end up having a conversation and being able to create the mastermind theory that Napoleon Hill speaks of, how we have one brain over here, Joseph, another brain over here, Peter, and the brain that we create in the middle through both of our ideas is much greater than any idea that we would have had separately. So I simply encourage everyone to be grateful, to count our blessings. We have so many. It is incredible. And I also encourage everyone to take the time to reflect on who your ideal self is and understand that we can create that ideal self. And creating the ideal self is a simpler process. Not easy, however, a simpler process than many of us may realize. Step one is visualization and focusing on who I want to be. Step two is actions. Take actions that are aligned up with who I want to be. And step three is those actions will become habits and will form literally a new personal reality, a new personality. So step one, think about what I want to be. Step two, I need to act in that way. So when I've thought and acted in my ideal self, now I've created an emotion. And an emotion gives me the feeling. It gives my body something to remember of what I want. And once I've done that enough times and my body has been reminded, I love that, how he had in the book, remind in parentheses. We are reminding our mind. I've reminded, I've reinforced my ideal self so many times that it now becomes a reality. And now mastery occurs, and I am a blessed and grateful and appreciative and optimistic and positive person, because that is the personal reality that I've shaped for myself based on the thoughts and actions that I've repeated over time. Our brain has hardware and software, and both can be rewired. Nothing's permanent. Everything is possible. Anything you want is already out there. It's awesome to desire something because nothing was created without desire. This couch that I'm sitting on couldn't have been created without the desire to create it or the idea to create it. The phone that I'm recording off of couldn't have been made without a desire to do so. Our lives couldn't have been created without the desire of our parents to connect. Everything starts with desire. It's okay. Stop living small. Start playing big. Life is more fun when we live in adventure rather than security. I'd take 30 years of exploration over 100 years in a corner any day to make sure that I actually lived. So, let's spend today focusing on who we want to be. Let's take actions to be who we want to be. Let's be who we want to be. Focus on that. I wish you all a bright, positive, sunny, loving, grateful, bountiful, cheerful, optimistic, friendly, and adventurous day. The light in me does see the light in you. I hope you always know that. Much love. Peace.